Next, we have Cardi B, known notoriously for how wet her is. What's up, everybody, and how are ya? Welcome back to the Arya Habibi show, and as always, thank you to everyone who's been tuning in. Thank you to everyone who's been, subscribing, liking, sharing, all that good stuff. I had a bunch of people ask me, what can we do to help out? What can I do to help your channel grow? And honestly, it's as easy as that. You just like the videos, subscribe to the channel, share, tell your friends. It's the easiest way to help this channel grow. And honestly, I appreciate every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. Last week's video was about my favorite directors of all time. So if you didn't get a chance to see that, you can go ahead and click right up here and watch that, or I'll leave a link for it at the end of the video if you guys want to take a look at it then as well. This week, we're going to do something a little bit different. I was actually watching 8 Mile for like 13 millionth time the other day, and there was a line that I caught at the last battle rap that he does against Papa Doc, and he's like, "This guy's a gangsta, his real name is Clarence." And that line made me laugh so much, as if it was the first time I had heard that line. I don't know why, but it got me thinking, we have a lot of rappers in the game right now that have some pretty crazy, outlandish names, but their real government names, like the name that they were basically born with, was something completely different. So this week, we're going to play a little game together I like to call Guess the Rapper's Real Name. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys to keep score. We're going to go through a couple of these different rappers that are out in game right now. Alive, dead, legendary status, doesn't matter. We're going to take a look at them, and we're going to try and guess their real names together. As always, if you like this video, please like the video. Comment below how many of these you actually got right. I want to see which one of you guys has the most hip-hop knowledge, I guess you can say. I want you guys to write all that information down, share this, play this with your friends. It's a great drinking game. It's a great game if you have nothing else to do. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's play Guess the Rapper's Real Name. Star Wipe. Let's go ahead and start you off with an easy one. You know him as Eminem. Some know him as Slim Shady. Some people know him as B Rabbit. What is his real name? Is it A, Matthew Mitchell, B, Stan Mathers, C, Ken Kniff, or D, Marshall Mathers? I'll give you a second to choose. If you chose anything but Marshall Mathers, we're no longer friends. I'm sorry. The answer is D, Marshall Mathers.
Shut the f up. Shut the f up.
Let's kick it up a notch. You know him as JayZ. Many people know him as Hove. But what is his real name? Is it A, Jason Carter, B, Sean Carter, C, James Zoloft, or D, Sean John? I'll give you a second. Did you guess yet? The answer is Sean Carter, B. Next, let's take a look at this guy. You know him as Drake. Some people know him as the lover boy of rap. But let's go ahead and see what is his real name. Is it A, Francis Drake, B, Drake Degrassi, C, Aubrey Drake Graham, or D, Drakkar Leibowitz? For those of you who didn't know, the answer is obviously C, Aubrey Drake Graham. Although Drakkar Leibowitz was a pretty damn good name. Next, we have Cardi B, known notoriously for how wet her is. What is her real name? Is it A, Cardi Belcalis? Is it B, Cardinal Almanzar, C, Bacardi Bellagio, or D, Belcalis Almanzar? I'll give you a second again. The answer is D, Belcalis Almanzar. Wet ass.
I want you to repeat after me. Meow. 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 Okay then. Well, let's step it up a notch then.
All right, let's do another tricky one here. Up next, we have Travis Scott, the man who cannot speak without autotune, flies on a bird during his concert, and has his own Happy Meal of sorts at McDonald's. What is his real name? Is it A, Jack Webster II, B, Travis Scottington, C, Scott Jenkins, or D, simply Travis Scott? I'll give you a moment. The answer is A, Jack Webster II. But it's not just Jack, it's spelled like Jacques. Jacques Webster II. All right, next on our list we have Future. What is his real name? Is it A, Parrish Smith, B, Walter Futuro, C, Navadius Wilburn, or D, Past, Present, and Future? Man, I couldn't even think of a good name to make up there, man. It's obviously not D, okay? But what is his real name? I'll give you a second. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guessed C, Navadius Wilburn, you were right. I never would have thought that a guy who talked about fucking up commas so much, his real name would be Navadius. I don't know. It just doesn't really work. Like, instead of looking at the future, maybe you should go to the past and change your name, bruh. Up next, we have Chance the Rapper. What is his real name? Is it A, Chancellor Bennett, B, Chance DeLong, C, Chancer the Dancer, or D, Jackie Chance? Answer now. Honestly, it's Chancellor Bennett, A, but I really wish it was Jackie Chance. Like, I actually want that to happen. Ladies and gentlemen in Hollywood, if you're paying attention, can we have a Jackie Chance movie? Like, I want that to happen so bad. But I still can't believe the guy's name is Chancellor. Like, oh, the Chancellor here. Oh, the Chancellor. Yes, quite. Let's keep the game going. Up next, we have the most canine man in hip-hop, a man who literally barked his adversaries away. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about DMX, the Rough Rider himself. What is his real name? Is it A, Damian Dodgers, B, Jack Wellington, C, Damian Matthew Xavier, or D, Earl Simmons? Answer now. C? No, the answer's not C. But this is one of the ones that actually hit me the hardest when I was a kid. This is actually the one that I couldn't believe the most. Because if you answered anything other than D, Earl Simmons, you were wrong. DMX, the guy who, Rough Riders, mother... You know, all that guy, the guy who talks, and he talks like this, and he does all this shit. That guy's real name is Earl, bro. Earl. Like, his name is Earl. They should have given him that freaking show. I can't believe it.
Earl. My new friend's name is Earl. Here I come, buddy. No more loneliness for Homer and Earl. A machine? Earl's a machine?
All right, let's do a couple more here. These are pretty funny. Up next, what do you have in common with the next person? Well, nothing. His name is just Common. I wanted to make a joke, but what is Common's real name? Is it A, Alan Green, B, Steve Commonaton, C, Lonnie Lynn, or D, Bruce Williams? Again, I'll give you a second. Did you guess? Well, guess what? Common's real name is Lonnie Lynn. That's right. The name that you thought would have probably been given to some porn star or something like that is actually given to one of the only rappers to ever win an Academy Award for his music. Lonnie Lynn. Up next, you may know him as D.O.Double-G. You might know him as the Pimp Daddy Crip. You might know him as so much different things, but we know him as Snoop Dogg. But what does the government know him as? And AKA, what is his real name? Is it A, Calvin Broadus Jr., B, Andre Young, C, O'Shea Jackson, Or D, Yasin Bey? Lock in your answer for shizzle. If you guessed anything but Calvin Broadus Jr., you got it wrong. And it's so weird because, like, you know, Snoop Dogg, Mr. 187 on the mother in black, all this mother stuff, his real name was Calvin. I mean, Calvin's better than Clarence, but, you know, we're just coming back full circle on that one. Snoop is just one of those names I think he should have just legally changed his name, but to the government, he known as Calvin, motherfucker.
Who the making up these dumbass challenges? Kick the top off of a bottle. This the new challenge. Pick up a phone and say, shut the up, bitch. That's the new challenge, motherfucker.
And that was the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys had some fun. And obviously, I'm not making fun of their names. It's just really funny to see that, you know, this big tough guy in rap, and that's the real name. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of funny to me. Make sure you like the video if you like the content here. Make sure you comment down below if you learned something new, or if you also can't believe that DMX's real name is Earl. Subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends, and I'll be back next time with something else that's completely random. And as always, my name is Arya Habibi. Peace out.